This is the OBAs podcast, the King's podcast.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you great. I think I'm going to bring this mic away.
Oh yeah, and that feel free to like play with that as much as you want.
Yeah, I think. Do.
Oh, that sounds nice. Do you want to sing?
Sure. I started actually singing recently.
Yo, hold on. Actually, let's go. Actually,
let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
So you started singing when?
I started singing about 2 months ago.
Okay.
2-3 months ago. I've never got lessons or anything, but I just thought it'd be hot if I started singing.
Actually, I know you perform a bit, right? Is that a little bit of singing?
Yeah, I'm starting to. I did my first open mic singing recently, and I was so nervous. I was like sweating bullets, and it didn't really go very well, I think. But I don't know. I just made a good effort, and everybody really liked singing it.
Oh no, right. The first time's always hard. Like it's a lot of feelings, a lot of nerves.
Yeah,
you gotta get it out the way. That actually speaks a little bit into what we have to talk about today, which is the grappling tournament that we had a couple weeks ago. How awesome was that?
That was the coolest jiu-jitsu event I've ever been to, and like maybe apart from the CGC, what was it called? The Invitational that just happened recently.
Oh, the CJI?
CJI, yeah. I think that is the second coolest event.
I think that tournament was so amazing. That is the only way we should compete. Like,
oh, damn.
Like they should like the boring like mat style tournaments.
Yeah.
Like it's give us a show. Like make it interesting.
Yeah,
the lights, the cars, the music. It was an entire. It was a show. That's what it was.
It was a show, and I think you're right. I think it should be a show.
It should be a show. Yeah.
Get people interested for sure.
Yeah, and I was thinking, they invited us over to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we invite people here?
Yeah, we should do our own thing.
Because we were outnumbered. Like, that's one thing about the tournament. Like, when you guys started, like the home crowd, the cheers that it got, like the energy, it was all VNDL Jiu-Jitsu. Like, although we had a lot of people from the island who showed up, but of course, true. Like, you cannot compare that to...
Yeah, they got the home court advantage.
They had let's bring them here. Let's bring them here. And let's settle the score. Yeah.
Okay, I'm so down for that.
Yeah, absolutely. We just gotta get the right people involved. Gotta talk to the right people, because setting up that event, I'm sure it was not.
No, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Really shout out to Octet Grappling, VNDL Jiu-Jitsu, all those cars. It was beautiful. What did you think about the cars?
Cool. Well, I am a huge fan of like 90s JDM cars, so that just was right up my alley. Literally my favorite, like my dream car, like a red Mazda RX-7 FD was there. It was like, oh my God.
Ooh. Yeah, I just resonated because I had my yellow Crocs on. Do you remember like the yellow? I think it was a Lamborghini. That was like the first car. Yeah, that was the car I resonated with. I'm not such a huge car guy, but like just that color, and then the stupid Crocs I was wearing, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
But you wanted to get in those that yellow Lamborghini with
I wanted to get in one. It was just that I was gonna get in trouble, but I was flexing in front of the car like I owned it. I took a couple pictures. Nice. You would think that I owned it. I was like, one day I'm gonna get a Lambo. One day
I'll have an FD.
yeah, the red FD.
Yeah, the red FD.
Okay, before we talk about the details of the grappling event, I want to talk about your street photography.
Sure.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about you is that you photograph people on the street.
Yeah.
And how did you start that? And what's your motivation to do that?
Dude, I got inspired by a bunch of old photographers, mostly Vivian Meyer and oh my God, what's the other guy's name? Bruce Gillis. Fuck, is that his name? I don't know. I always forget his name.
Whatever.
Anyways, he's a really cool guy. So they are these old, they have fascinating stories, especially Vivian Meyer. She was never a published photographer or anything, but she was just worked at as a nanny all her life. But she took these amazing, like world-class portraits of people on the street, and they were like so intimate and like personal. They were, just amazing portraits. And I bought some film cameras and I started taking pictures of people on the street. Actually, I thought I did photography when I was a teenager, and I just kind of stopped because one day I got high and I lost my camera in the park, and it was like $1,000 camera. I just got so frustrated. I'm done. So I didn't do it for 5 years, and then I got re-inspired by those photographers and I saw their work, and I was like, oh man, I gotta start doing this again. And I got a film camera and I started shooting. And I remember the first time I went out to take pictures. I was just walking down Government Street here in Victoria, and I just was like thinking of like who would be interesting to photograph, who would look cool.
How do you decide that? Like, so what's your you have your camera, of course, so you're going out today, you're like, okay, I want to take pictures.
Yeah.
So what are you hoping to capture? What are you...
Honestly, the people inspire me. Like sometimes I just see something, it clicks in my head, and I don't know, I just look at somebody. Like one time I was just kind of sitting on Government Street at a outside patio drinking a beer, and this guy walked by who looked like he had this big puffy hair like Albert Einstein, and I've never seen it. It's crazy. It's
oh yeah, I think I know that photo.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite like early portraits, and just the way people look and the lighting that happens and the scenery, and if there's something interesting, like I find it really interesting when there's something that's kind of totally normal going on in that world, but in your world that's just like so different.
Yeah,
you know? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah. I was just gonna bring up your profile.
Sure.
Right, because this one picture I wanted to ask you about. It is just gonna take me 2 seconds if I can figure it out. Okay. Let me go to your page.
Oh shit, you can get it on the fucking TV.
I'm telling you. So the Albert Einstein dude that you were talking about, is he on your page?
He is. He's pretty far down. He's
far down? Okay.
Yeah.
You have so many incredible pictures, bro. And I like that they're very up close. I think these are called portraits, right?
Yeah, they're portraits, yeah.
Yeah,
mostly, yeah.
Where is he?
Around here. It's right around here. It's one of the early square ones.
This one, right?
There,
That's
there.
it.
Yeah.
How is this not Albert Einstein? He needs to do some DNA test, 23andMe or whatever. Dude. He needs to find out.
I went up to him. I was kind of drunk, and
so this was in Victoria.
Yeah, this is Government Street, and like
this dude could make a lot of money, bro.
What, like make
like I don't know exactly how, but there has to be a way that he can make money from looking like this.
Man, he's such an interesting guy too. I asked him like, hey, can I take your photo? And he's asked me why, and I said, oh, it's for art or something like that. And he's like, okay. And then I just directed him and took a picture, and he just saw that I was like, because people are really skeptical a lot of the time. Yeah. But he just somehow the process of watching me do that gave him trust, and then he like really firmly shook my hand, and it was like he really believed in me or something. He told me his name was Sandy, and I wish I could fucking see him again. I want to talk to this guy.
Yeah, we should find him. Right? We might have a business proposition for him.
You should interview this motherfucker.
I would love to, bro. I would love to.
You can't go around looking like that without being the most interesting motherfucker.
One other picture that I wanted to talk to you about is this one that I found very fascinating. This dude.
Yeah, you like that one, right?
I love this one.
I feel like that one is actually pretty different than most of my photos. Like, because this is actually a cell phone photo. I took this with my cell phone.
Oh, okay. I like the next slide, which is eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
This was so interesting. And I think this is like my best example of capturing like perfect moment. Because I was just chilling. Like, this is crazy. So this was last summer in Lithuania. I was visiting my grandmother, and the night at the end, like right before my flight, I had the flight in like 6 a.m. or something. I just went out trying to look for like alternative bars, and I just wanted to meet some cool people. So I went to one kind of metal themed bar, and I asked them, oh, where else can I go? And they directed me to this place. And outside there was just like fucking like 50 people on the street just drinking and like kind of hanging out and partying. And inside there was it was just a crazy bar. It was just like an outdoor party. And then I meet a bunch of people, and later on I go outside and everybody's dancing. Like, this guy's got an accordion. Even more people are there, like 200 people on the street.
Like gathered around him.
Yeah, and somebody had the drum and playing accordion, and they were playing like this like dancing Jewish kind of music, and it was just like everybody was like a spirit, you know. And then I sat down and met this guy, and he there's a bunch of people that were like, I mean, he seemed kind of homeless or something, like halfway at least.
His eyes look like something.
Yeah, and he was he's a really interesting guy, and he was just going around, and he said he was like selling LSD, and and he showed me it, and on it has it's like a historic national Lithuanian symbol. It's like this old story of how the capital city was founded. Like the king of Lithuania one day had a dream, and he was on this hill, and he saw an iron wolf on this hill, and it told him to like build a city, and it became like this huge castle or whatever. So he was going around selling this thing with like a very nationalistic
pride,
but kind of like spiritual thing, because it was the anniversary of the founding of the city or something. So I don't know, it's just an interesting experience.
Yeah, that's really cool. I heard about that story from your photo.
Yeah,
and turns out it's actually true. That's the story of the Lithuanian king.
Yeah,
having that dream of seeing the iron wolf on the hill, and I mean, true to the context of a story, and that was how, you know, the capital city Vilnius was actually founded. Yeah,
pretty interesting. And I asked, he like had it out, he was talking to me, and I was like, hey, can I take your photo? And then he made that pose, like, and the flash happened to go off, and it was perfect, and like you could just see his eyes, you know, and like
his eyes are scary. I wanted to ask you, what has been your experiences taking pictures of strangers, in terms of, have you had like a weird experience, like in terms of like safety wise? Because this is some dude who looks, obviously he's intoxicated, like he's high as fuck or whatever.
He's definitely high or something, but no, that guy was pretty chill, honestly. Very, very cool that he posed for me too. He was trying to be my friend. Most of the time when I go out to people, like, it's 80% of the time people say yes and 20% say no.
Yeah,
honestly, the worst experience I've had, I wasn't even taking a picture of this person. It was just like I was testing out a new lens I had, and this fucking I have some choice words for this person, but there's this girl who's like getting ready to leave or something. She was going to her bike or something, and then she was just like, "Excuse me, are you taking photos of people?" And I was like, "Are you getting their consent?" And I was like,
"Oh, Karen."
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I said no, because I was taking pictures of like street signs. It was like a fisheye lens, and I was trying to take portraits of people too, but I was like going up to them and having a conversation, and it was like, yeah. Anyways, obviously I was getting people's consent for like portraits and shit, but like, I don't know, she didn't believe me or something. She was really upset. I was just like, all right, I just walked away. That was the worst thing that ever happened. But honestly, when people don't want their photo taken, they just said no, and maybe they think they're just skeptical of you or whatever. But it's no big deal. It's no big deal. You just have to get over it.
Yeah, because I actually think it's very courageous, because like going through your page, like it's almost like you're telling a story.
Yeah,
and I think it's like very personal, because it's people, and under each post it's like, oh, this is how I met the person, this is their name, this is something about them that you obviously never knew that might be interesting.
Yeah, I think there's something interesting about most people. Pretty much everybody. Like, everybody has a story, and I think that's interesting. Like, everybody has an intimate side of themselves, and they have, you know, things going on. And it's just so interesting to me. Like, I studied psychology at university, so I think about people in an external sense a lot, I guess, or I don't know, maybe that's not the best.
If you studied psychology, then definitely I can see how you have like some sort of like you know, like calling to actually like
And I love people. So I think everybody, I try to see the good in people, and I think people are really cool and interesting.
Yeah. I share that, and that's maybe one of the reasons why we're friends. That's one of the reasons for my podcast, honestly, is that I genuinely believe there are lots of cool people on the island here in Victoria, and I'm like, I talk to them all the time, and like it just goes by. I want to kind of document this somehow and like share those experiences that I think are so cool with like as many people as possible.
Yeah. That's really cool that you do that. Respect.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you. Awesome. Let's talk about the cool shit that happened in Vancouver.
Yeah, Octet.
The Octet.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna talk about. So we had 2 teams that went out to Vancouver.
Yep. We had a white belt team and a mixed blue and purple belt team.
Yeah.
With 8 people each.
8 people each. So just like, do you know? I have a page which kind of like spills the whole structure of the Octet tournament. But do you want to like just give a rundown of how the tournament mapped out?
Yeah. So.
And then I'm gonna pull up that stupid form that I showed you.
Sure. So the Octet was set in a nightclub, and it was just like they kind of made a big announcement in the beginning. They all started the show, and then there was like a bunch of super fights. And the main events were the white belt Octet, 8 versus 8, and white belt Octet in the other gym. So it was basically one gym versus another gym.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like this little new format of fighting as a team. Yeah, one at a time, but
well said. So it was like a bunch of, there was the 8 people a team, the white belt team and the blue and purple belt team.
That's right.
And it's the Vanal Jiu-Jitsu against Vandal Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, the home team.
And the home team, and then in between that they had a bunch of super fights. A bunch of people competed. I don't know most of them.
We had one person from our gym, a female.
Yes, Caitlin.
Caitlin,
the beast.
Yes, that was the first fight. Yeah.
And, she started the event.
She did.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think she won.
We also had Spencer.
Yes, Spencer. Oh my God, Spencer! I missed that guy.
Is he at another gym now?
Yeah, he's at Roll in Vancouver.
Oh, he's in Vancouver now.
Yeah. He started with us, man. That guy gave me a lot of headaches at the beginning. He used to beat my ass, but he's so cool. He's so cool.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about the white belt division?
Oh yes. So we'll talk about the white belt division.
Yeah.
You were part of that team as well.
I was. Yes.
Yeah. So we had
number 6.
Yeah. So we had 8 people, 8 gallant white belts.
Yeah.
So it was so cool. The car themes, we were named Throbbing Engines.
Yeah. I don't know who came up with that. Oh, man.
And then I don't even understand their own name. It's called Dumb Tourette Bros. Dumb Tourette Bros. Yeah, but
maybe it's like a Fast and Furious reference or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have the lineups in front of us here. So we have 8 people from Vandal Jiu-Jitsu, all white belts, against 8 guys from our gym. And the rundown of what happened. So something about the tournament itself is, so how it's structured for like the team is submission only.
Yeah.
Right? No points, no nothing.
If you get a draw at the end of the match, if nobody gets a submission, then it's a draw and both people are eliminated. No points. But if one guy submits the other, then that team gets a point and that guy fights the next guy. Yeah.
So it started out with like 8 against 8, and then the idea is that it kind of goes parallel. We kind of face each other, but depending. So if a draw happens all the way, we all face like the corresponding person for that pole. But then what happens is if somebody wins, then that person stays and then fights the next guy, and then that team gets a point. Yeah, so like pretty interestingly, so just do a rundown, bro, of what happened.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Cool.
Sorry to call you off, but I just want to say though, I was so impressed about every individual on the white belt team from Vanal.
Me too. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I think we all fucking shine.
You all shine, man. It was a show. Like everybody was out there to.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was incredible, and it was like apart from. So I know we're kind of like talking about the matches, but about this, we kind of lost at the end. I should just say that out front.
The team did lose, but honestly,
the team lost, but it was an incredible show.
I honestly don't even feel bad about it because like how we performed, I think we did so well. We just got smashed by one guy.
Yeah, exactly. We did well, but we got smashed by one guy. Yeah. And I would also say at this point, even though we're not talking about the blue and purple, is that the blue and purple team did not lose.
No, the blue and purple smashed.
We smashed. And it wasn't one guy that smashed. We all smashed.
We all
smashed. Okay, but let's go. I love that. I'm gonna have effects of the explosions.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, okay. So talk to me about like the rundown. Yeah.
So started out with John and one of the other guys from the other team. Aniket Chand, yeah. So John Bennett started out, valiant fight. You know, he was on top most of the time. He was kind of dominating positionally, but he just couldn't finish. Just kept sneaking out, just little by little, and that's kind of how it went for most of the first half until we get to Jiho. So same thing with Luke Grant. Like he came out like fucking just.
Guns blazing.
The speed.
I remember I watched Luke's fight. He had like a snap down at the beginning.
Man.
Like very like incisive, like decisive snap, and then spin to side control
dude.
right away.
He was snappy. He was snappy.
Yeah.
You could see the wind behind his mustache. Like an airplane. You know?
that mustache,
bro.
Man. That's painted Luke.
Bro, that's iconic now. Like, I respect. So he put up a valiant fight. Same thing. He was positionally dominant. He just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, we should say the first match was a draw.
Yeah, it was
the one with John. Luke as well was also a draw. Luke and Jason.
And then we get to Jiho and
oh my god,
the giant Ruben.
Jiho faced a giant. We should call Jiho David from now henceforth.
David and Goliath.
Yeah,
it was David and Goliath. Jiho, I don't know how much he weighs, but he's a smaller guy.
That's also another thing about the tournament. So there was this rule that if there's more than a 30-pound difference between the competitors, then it would go for 3 minutes as opposed to you could choose.
Yeah, you could choose if you want to do it 3 minutes or 6 minutes. If you're the smaller guy, you can decide. So Jiho decided to go 3 minutes, and he went up against a guy who was 50 pounds bigger than him. 50 pounds
bigger than him. It was incredible. Jiho had main performance. I was amazed.
Yeah, dude. We were all like scared for him. Like it was his first competition. Too.
Yes, that is also true. His first competition ever. Such a cool experience to have that as your first competition.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
What an exciting event. Crazy.
He's spoiled now. He's gonna have to go back to fucking I don't want to call any names, but you know yourselves.
Yeah. So Jiho was like, we were all like, oh man, yeah, like hold on there, right? He just needs to survive or whatever. And he was doing great at surviving, but then he fucking got on top, dude. And he got on top of him twice. He got on top of him, and he was like, it was definitely a highlight of the entire event. His fight. It was so impressive, and I'm so proud of that guy.
Like, he did incredible.
Wow. He not only survived, but he fucking was on top and was dominating. Like, like
if you score that, you definitely give that to Jiho.
No competition. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but we should say though, he ended in a draw.
He did end in a draw. He couldn't submit the fucking giant motherfucker. It would be interesting to like work around these rules for a different competition. Like what if it is a point?
But it's just that I also like the idea of like just sub only, and it's like you have to hunt for the sub.
That's true.
Because if once it gets to the point and all of that, it gets so tricky with jiu-jitsu.
That's true.
Yeah, but then the next one.
Yeah, the next one was Josh versus John. That was similarly, it was a great fight.
Josh Ramirez and John Sang. I remember that a little bit. I watched a video on that. He did well. He dominated well, but it was a pretty even match, I would say.
It was. It ended up in a draw, and then it was. how do you say his name? Sahaj?
Just call him the menace.
The fucking fan.
Call him the boogeyman.
The boogeyman.
Sahaj Singh.
Sahaj Singh. Holy shit.
Yeah, that guy was something.
Everybody on the white belt team was just like saying, it was really looking up to Nick. Everybody looks at him as a white belt and
deservedly so, because he's that guy.
Yeah, everybody's like, man, he's a killer. He's gonna wipe out the whole team, whatever. So it's Nick's turn, and he's fighting a new guy, Sahaj. We haven't seen this guy. He's a bit bigger than Nick. I think Nick is like 170 or something like that. And I think
he definitely looked bigger than Nick. I don't know what he weighed in at, but but I don't think it was up to like a 30-pound difference.
No, it wasn't. Just a little bigger.
Considerably bigger.
Because yeah. So we were like, okay, let's see this fight. Finally, we get to see Nick fight, and he was doing pretty good. It was a very intense fight, and he just got caught in this Kimura at the end. He caught him once, kind of got out of it. We landed up on top, and then he caught him again while he was in mount, and it was just like, damn. Yeah,
that was just, it is what it is. But he did have a good first couple minutes. It was both intense. They both went head to head.
He was doing good.
It was a
good fight. It was super exciting. Yeah. Super exciting.
And at that time, we didn't know that this Sahaj guy was a motherfucker.
No idea. Yeah. Never seen it
before. Okay, so he wins against Nick with Kimura.
Yes.
Right?
Then it's my turn.
He stays.
Yeah, he stays. They get their first point. It's my turn.
And then it's David's turn. Oh my God, David. Before you talk about this, I want to say to you, which I can resonate with. The man that I saw fight that weekend is not the same man in front of me, and I want to commend you for that. I want to commend you for that. That's the spirit. That's how you have to fight. He was a different man. You were like a possessed man.
I was possessed.
It was incredible.
I had a demon in me. It's so interesting, actually. So it's my turn. I saw he got out Nick, and I was like, fuck this guy. I'm going to rip this fucking guy's fucking arm off and shove it up his ass.
Yeah.
Because I've been a white belt for a long time, and I have been the level of my jiu-jitsu has gone up so much this past year, and I just had a competition where I just fucking destroyed and won gold, and I just was feeling super confident.
Yeah.
So I was like, I am gonna kill this guy.
And you went after him, bro.
I did.
You went after him.
I did.
And why that was so impressive is because he just had Nick, and his match with Nick didn't take too long. It was maybe 3 minutes under.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
2-3 minutes. Yeah. He wasn't too tired.
Yeah.
You came in hot. You put it on him. Takedowns.
Yeah. I was
passing.
I was doing a lot of pressure. I had his back in fucking a minute.
You had his back in and you had his back for a while, and I think you had his back again. Did you take his back twice?
Maybe,
or was it just
maybe
the one
briefly.
time?
It was I was very, very dominant.
But you mounted him twice. You passed his guard a couple times.
Yeah. Eventually, a lot of the time, and I found that with so much of the other team, we ended up in this kind of loose half guard position where they or I guess it was kind of like a quarter guard, half guard situation. Yeah, and that's where I ended up eventually. And I was trying to Darcy.
Lock down half guard?
Kind of So I don't think I quite had a lockdown, but he definitely had my legs super hard, and I was trying to work the Dars. And I think that's the closest moment I had to getting him. I was no,
I think the closest moment you had was when he took his back. Yeah, you were really close on the choke one time. Yeah. And which was the difference? So unfortunately, later in the round, he got your back.
Yeah, he did.
And I feel like that's one of the points that we need to, like the white belt team, like the take back, is that we need to be more decisive with our finishes.
Yes.
Yeah, like once he got your back, like his finishing on the back was like really slick. Like it was really sick. He
was once that arm was there, it was super firm and it's pretty good. Definitely a lot to learn from there. I watched it a few times and like I actually, the reason I got rear naked choked is because once he was on my back, I was on my side and my arm was actually stuck underneath and behind me like this, and I couldn't move because he was kind of behind me but also on top of me. I was just like stuck and I couldn't use my arm. And yeah, but at the end, I rewatched it today with the video that Grappling Idiot just posted.
How dare they? How dare they?
It looks really professionally filmed. Thank you, guys. It looked really good. Thank you. I did pretty good for the. Anyways, I saw that like my arm got free right when he got his arm across, and at that point, I just kind of started panicking and went for the thing. But I saw like he didn't even have his bottom hook in, so I could have fucking got it.
Yeah.
So that was my mistake, not realizing that.
Yeah. You learned. I think you had a great performance, anyways.
Yeah. That's so interesting. You talk about like the being possessed, because I felt something I've never felt before in a jiu-jitsu competition, and I felt like this demon inside of me.
Yeah,
and that's something I've experienced in a different part of my life, in a different sense, like the worst sense. Like I had a fight with somebody in my life, like a physical fight, and it's just like I had this fucking
rage.
I guess it was like something else as a force. It felt a demon, and honestly, I fucking loved it. But it was kind of evil. But in this sense, it felt like more refined, and it felt like more positive, and it felt really good to feel it.
It's that thing. So of course, we are all physical beings, like we're biological beings, I should say. But I'm one of those people that believe that there's like a spiritual side of things, which kind of feeds into the next thing we'll be doing later. Yeah.
Well, I that's something I'm slowly discovering myself.
Yeah. So that energy, man, I definitely tap into that a lot. I feel, for lack of a better word, I feel a spirit overwhelm me when I'm about to compete. I feel it, and then I accept it, like because I've competed a good number of times.
Yeah, you competed a lot.
Yeah. Respect. And so I try to hone it. I own it. I almost like I look forward to it sometimes, like because I have to like I visualize like literally like a spirit coming down, and then I embrace it. I accept it. I say it's time. Like I've been waiting for it.
Yeah, you feel that energy.
I feel it, and then
that's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, dude, I totally get that now. And I want to feel that again so bad. Like the day after I looked up events for, I wanted to compete in like 2 weeks.
Oh my god, you addict!
If there was a comp like 2 weeks later, I would have gone for it.
Okay, let's wrap this up. So the last.
I just want to say one quick thing about my fight. After I lost the Darce, it kind of got turned around. There was a stoppage, and I think it was a bad stoppage. And it kind of that energy that I felt. He stood us up just totally, and.
Were you guys close to the end of the mat or something?
No. It was like in the middle. I mean, it was close to the actual end, but we still had a lot of time. We stood us up, and like at that point, I just kind of took a deep breath, and I just kind of relaxed, and I lost that energy, and I was just like, I got more in my training mode, where I was like more thinking tactically, kind of slower, like just chill. And I have the opposite problem most people, where I'm way too chill when I compete. Like it just feels like a practice for me.
Yeah.
So I've been training my mind to like be more amped up.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the reason, because I was moving slower. The way he got my back, like if I just move faster, I'd be fine, or get the wizard there. Like
I see how the ref interfering can throw you off, but that's also
just that pause,
that pause. But that's something, because that happens quite a lot with jiu-jitsu.
It does.
Yeah, so you have to. But I do agree that you have to channel yourself back to that feeling.
Yeah, I failed to do that.
Yeah, because you can. Then that's the thing with competing too. There's a lot of things that are kind of there that can throw you off. So one of the things that you have to do when you're in that space competing, you have to protect your energy. That's how you have to look at it. You have to protect that space. A lot of things will come to interfere. You have to keep yourself locked in.
Man, yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm taking that advice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so after your fucking battle with this guy, so I attribute to you a lot of things, which is sapping that motherfucker's energy.
I hope so. The unlimited barrel of energy.
Yes, the unlimited barrel.
Fuck.
So he went against Cameron, right?
Yeah, I went against Cameron after that and tapped him out. I don't remember how he tapped him out.
Cameron's was the only video I didn't watch.
I don't think it was up on our group chat.
Oh yeah,
I find it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, but he got tapped out, and then Daniel at the end, who was, not super ready to fight. I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah, and then we can talk about that a little bit. But he did good, notwithstanding, because Daniel was not 100% exactly.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
He wasn't 100%.
Yeah, so he was hoping kind of not to fight, but he had to go up against him, and he was bigger than him.
Yep.
And he fucking held his fucking ground.
He held his ground.
And you know what? He was dominating him. You can tell by that point, by his fourth fight.
Which was kind of expected, but still, hats off to Daniel, because
hats off.
He was not. I don't want to say too much about it, but he was battling a bunch, and he was out there like a fucking superstar.
I'm super proud of him. Super proud. He
did great.
Yeah,
he did great. He said if we had known, we would have switched him so that he could have knocked that guy off.
Switch him with me, maybe.
No. Because we need Daniel to go first with Sahaj.
Yes.
Right,
first.
and then
we didn't know about it back then, so that's what I'm excited.
And then that kind of like concluded the white belt. So he kind of ended 3-0. But I would argue that it's 3-3, because if we hear me out, guys. I'm a sore loser. I'm not just gonna take the L. If you take the first three guys who drew, who had absolutely dominant performances, I think that's a win for our team.
Totally.
And you guys won the tournament and whatever
by their rules.
But we had a great showing, and they also had a great showing. Actually, comments, hats off to them. They had a lot of good guys. Like all their guys, like they had like very instinctive like leg lock game. They were all like really comfortable pulling guard. They were comfortable off their backs. So it was really cool.
You could really see their style. It was very different than ours. Like and I didn't know that was their style, but our style.
And it was interesting to see like across board. It's like it was really like you could tell that this is a gym style. And I never knew that. Like we're super wrestling, we're really good at putting pressure, giving submissions, and they're really good at their leg stuff, just like sitting down. Defense super good against submission defense, super great at just like turning things around with leg shit. And it was evident in their blue belt team.
Absolutely.
They were so dangerous, bro. They were those guys. So we're not gonna get into the blue belt team today. I'm gonna have
another podcast.
I'm gonna have another pod with someone and a special guest, a surprise guest.
We're
gonna talk about them, but their blue belt team was.
That was so spicy. You ever heard of the bomb hot sauce?
The bomb hot sauce? That sounds like something I want to try.
Oh, dude, we should try it. It's interesting. Well, it'll fucking knock your socks off.
Is he hot? Is he like hot?
It's hot.
Okay, that's what I do.
That's what you do. Let's do it. But every single event was like that.
Exactly. I'll go for a second.
I just want to say two quick things about the whole competition. I think it's super, super amazing for jiu-jitsu. I think I agree with you that every event should be like that. So cool. But I think there's two things that they should really improve that I think was like a little concerning. I think number one is the mat space and the way it's like formatted. Like the mat was like a decent kind of size, maybe a little bit small, but like outside of it, right outside the mat was just like, what was it, concrete or something?
Yeah.
And there's a few guys who fell on it, and I heard that one guy hit his head, and like, I feel like that is something they really need to figure out. And maybe a potential solution is just to do what CGI did with the walls. Like, I heard there's people doing like homemade versions of that. It's not too hard, so maybe that's something they could link into. But like, and imagine if somebody like got really hurt or something, like really hit the head, like that would be really bad for.
Yeah, I completely agree with that part.
Yeah.
They like a bigger mat space, and it's like,
Or just walls.
there's some limitations, right? Just because of whatever, we don't know. But I think that's a good recommendation.
Yeah.
What's the second thing?
I forgot.
The one thing though, in like comparing this to a typical jiu-jitsu tournament, one thing that I also had in mind, not even like a negative feedback, is that I like the fact that like you watch each match, and same thing with CGI. Like, I don't like jiu-jitsu tournament when it's like every match kind of like happening at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There's like 6 events going at the same time.
Yeah, like
it's
just like we are. I mean, maybe like to save time and like.
I mean, I think there's a place for
tournaments.
that. I think there's a place for that, local tournaments, whatever. But like, I think excuse me.
Yeah, sorry, it's okay, bro.
I think the one event focus is really great for like viewers for sure.
Yeah, because like watch each of them. Like, but maybe because like with this one, like there's an audience, so like it kind of made sense, I think. Yeah. But then I remember too with ADCC, they also like do multiple mats. So who am I if ADCC is?
Yeah, but who watches that now?
Who the fuck watches ADCC?
We were literally watching CGI at the gym, and we had ADCC on the side with Gordon Ryan, and it was just like so exciting. The CGI thing was so cool, and then you just like look over there every 20 minutes.
Like CGI is on the projector, and then ADCC is like on an iPad, like in the corner.
Well, it was on a smaller TV. It was still pretty decent, but like we just looked every 20 minutes. It was just like Gordon Ryan still 0-0. It's still fine. It's like, oh, okay. Who gives a shit?
Okay, so that's all about that. Let's do one interesting thing.
Sure.
So should we do a reading?
Sure. Do we have time for that?
I want to do it.
Okay, let's do it.
How long will it take?
It could be like 5 minutes.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
But can I go pee?
Yes, you can. Of course.
Please.
Go pee.
Sir.
Go pee. Right here. I have never done a reading.
Yeah, so I started doing tarot readings about 2 months ago or so.
Okay.
As one of my many fucking hobbies. So I was telling you that I was learning more about spiritual stuff or whatever. So this is part of it. I got introduced to it.
Should we get like a dark theme music going in the background? Like,
sure.
Let me
like
grab
some spiritual.
Yeah, some spiritual. Let me grab a speaker.
That'll definitely enhance it.
Yeah. Do you have any song recommendation? Okay, think about it while I grab a speaker. Just think about it.
Nice, JBL.
Okay. This is gonna be fun. One of my friends had a reading recently.
Yeah,
and it was pretty cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so these cards are kind of.
I just don't know. Did you find what song? Did you find a song?
Fuck. I don't know. Maybe look up. Maybe just look up some spa music or something.
Spa music? Okay. Spa music.
Yeah, a lot of that is kind of just like very relaxing. Yeah, relaxing. Kind of gets in the zone. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Cool.
Let me see how that sounded.
Whoa. All right, so these are tarot cards, and they're kind of like people use them. I use them as like a tool of kind of self-reflection. I find that like all of these different cards have different elements of everybody's lives. Like we all go through different parts of these kinds of things, and it's interesting to look at and think about and connect to your life. Some people kind of use it for a bit of a fortune telling kind of thing, but I don't know.
Can you draw the mic a bit closer to you?
Yeah, shit. All right.
Yeah, that's nice.
About right here. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, right on. So are there like categories for the cards?
Yeah, actually, it's just like a deck of cards. It has wands, it has swords, it has cups, and it has pentacles, which are these guys. And then there's like all these like 20-something special cards or something like that there.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I do is one card readings, and you just shuffle the deck. Okay. And until you feel a card that stands out to you.
So I should shuffle the deck?
You should shuffle it. Just keep moving it around. You could do it however you want.
Oh, like, okay. Because this is how I like to shuffle cards.
Yeah, sure. You could do it like that. And just pick one card. And then
just wait till one card stands out to me?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. If you feel like an energy or something or whatever, however you connect to it.
I take this one.
Okay, let's... Top card. Okay, let's see what that is. That's an interesting card. Maybe I'll take a picture of this so I can
Can you show the people? Like just turn it to the cam?
This card right here.
Yeah, back up a bit.
Okay. This is, I believe, the Hierophant. I could be wrong. It's card number 9. Let me just look that up here.
So there's a book. The book comes with a deck of cards.
Yeah, it's really useful to have a book because it kind of explains a lot of stuff and has a lot of things related to it.
Okay. I like the music.
Yeah. So I've never drawn this card before, so I'm not sure what it's about yet. Oh, well, unless it is the Hierophant, then I know a little bit about it. Let's see.
So is this the number 4 IV?
Oh shit, it is 4 now. Yeah, my bad. Whoopsie daisies. Sometimes these guys are kind of hard to find in the index because they're kind of just put in wherever and just not a real order to them. Hermit. There we go. 265. 265. Is that it? No, that's the wrong one.
That's not it?
What is it? Okay, I might have to just look it up on my phone. Or could you open your phone and just look up Tarot Card 4?
So can I see, how do you spell tarot card?
It's Tarrot.
Tarrot.
Yeah.
Like a tarot card. Okay. So what should I search for?
Search tarot card like 4.
Oh, number 4.
Yeah.
This is tarot card for meaning. Yes, I see it. So that's this guy.
What's it say? The Emperor. It's the Emperor. Cool. I've never even heard of that one actually.
The Emperor.
The Emperor. I like this. Okay, 192. Okay. 192.
So do I get to draw multiple cards, or the reading now is just based off of this one card I have drawn?
Yeah, I'm just doing a 1-card reading, but you can do different ones, but we're just doing this one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Let's see it.
So the Emperor. The Emperor says, exercise your authority and maintain your boundaries. Otherwise, you may find it difficult to maintain order and control. You must muster your drive and ambition and always be the initiator of new ideas. Lead by example. Remember, you are the master of yourself first and foremost. If you cannot manage yourself, there is not much hope for managing difficult situations. That's very interesting. So there's like a bunch of different things in this book, and you might relate to it in different ways. But if you do relate to something that I'm saying, let me know.
Okay.
There's some keywords that kind of describe this card. Okay. Rock solid, force, stubborn, endurance, authority, eternity, leadership, reason, self-mastery, martial arts.
Is there really martial arts there?
That's what it says. Status, structure, society, regulation, domination, order, rulership, command, power, stability, power, support, certainty, development, ambition, commanding, form. Those are interesting. Those are just like different parts of what makes up this card, what makes it what it is. So it's like a figure. He's like this old man sitting on a throne, and he's the emperor. So he's clearly like this big king guy. He's like a ruler of whatever. And that's interesting that it talks a lot about maintaining your boundaries, maintaining like order within yourself, so that you can maintain order in other places. And I mean, that's kind of leadership, maintaining order external of you. So it's pretty interesting. Interesting to have martial arts in it too.
Yeah, I think that's pretty. I didn't expect that.
So,
but another word that jumped out from there for me is self-mastery.
Self-mastery.
Yeah.
Do you feel like how does that relate to you?
I'm always like looking inwards to kind of like see what skill set I have, and always trying to like sharpen them. Yeah. So I have like these pillars of different things that I like to do.
I relate to that too. Yeah, for sure. So that's and especially martial arts. I mean, doing jiu-jitsu is just an exercise of self-mastery. So.
Okay. What else about this card?
So, there's these meditations that are related to the cards. I'll read that. Okay. It says, "To rule without the might of power is like a ship with no wind to sail by." So it talks about power too. So I think a lot of these things kind of relate to what it is to be a leader, in a sense. So that's interesting. Do you feel like you want to be a leader in some sense? I mean, I feel like doing this podcast is kind of almost like self-leadership, or like you're taking an initiative to like do things and connect to people. And it's obviously something that you care about and you're passionate about. Something like a creative outlet or whatever. So
I definitely see it as a creative outlet. Not as much as leading people, but I feel this immense desire to be in control of the things that I can be in control of. So it's almost like a self-leadership and almost like leading by example. So I feel this need to actually, get a hold of myself, my intuitions,
self-mastery.
That's why I said self-mastery really spoke to me.
That's so interesting. I think a lot of people see that in you, to be honest. Like a lot of people, like those qualities, they really respect you. Everybody really likes you a lot because you're also a very friendly guy and you're nice to roll with and whatever. But I think that shows. I think that really shows. That's really cool. And you were also talking about like this Octet thing and how this format should come here too. And we should start it. And I think it's interesting that you think in these ways because you're somebody who wants to start things and get things going. And I think that relates very much to the Emperor. There's also like these different almost like predictions or kind of reflections in different parts of your life. There's different categories here, like career, health-wise, relationships, travel and lifestyle, education, spiritual awareness. Do you want to hear about any of this?
Let's hear about relationships.
You did laugh at that. Okay, I'm kind of curious what this is going to say.
Yeah.
So, relationships. In this card, in relationships, this card indicates a passionate energy and drive that brings new levels in a negative manner. Oh, oops. That's not what it says. Skip the line. That brings new levels of activity to the relationship. A little bit different. It can also signify domination by one person over another in a negative manner. If both partners are equally enthusiastic, this is an extremely positive and powerful card to receive a question of this kind. That's interesting. So it talks about it indicates a passionate energy and drive that brings new level of activity to the relationship. Do you relate to that at all? Like, do you guys have passion for different activities or something together? If you don't mind me asking.
No, yeah, you can ask. It's fine. Yeah. I would say like I'm the one that brings different activities into the relationship, but she definitely brings an entirely different set of things to the table. Yeah, so but together though, we're both in different worlds. Like her friend group and mine, and like the things she's interested in with work.
Yeah.
Her business, like her side business.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost like different people.
Yeah.
That just have decided to love each other.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like a yin and yang.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Very cool. Wow.
Yeah. Yo, this is interesting. I'm always very skeptical about things like this, just because I think they're mostly generic.
Yeah. I feel that skepticism too. I grew up being very like science, I don't know what the word is, aware, or I don't know, very skeptical of like spiritual things and like, just like astrology and stuff like that. I don't think you can predict things, but I don't know. I find these are really good things for self-reflection, especially if you're in a transitioning kind of place. It might help guide you and stuff.
I actually think that as much as like it is a reading, I think that most of the things that at least you've read are quite positive. Yeah. So it's like as much as I'm skeptical, like it's also okay, because for most people you can still find good value in whatever aspect of what they're portraying.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. You can analyze these images so much. Actually, I haven't really looked at this very much, but like I was saying, there's a guy on a throne. He's wearing kind of he's wearing a crown. He's kind of he has these like knight
he's
boots. He is like an old knight. He's like a fighter.
He looks like a warrior. He looks like a skilled warrior.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually interesting that you point that out.
Maybe that's where you're going one day, because you're competing so much. And maybe one day you will be this skilled warrior that you're on the path. Maybe it indicates.
I can definitely relate to that. I can relate to that.
And he wears like this very nice red kind of I don't know, maybe gilded robe or something.
Like a robe.
It's kind of royal, I would say. He's a red belt, I think, maybe.
Yo, wait, is that? There is a belt on this man. There's a belt on this man. No jokes. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's interesting. You know what? Let me take a picture of this.
Sure.
Just so I can show the people.
Yeah.
Just drop that. Keep talking about it. What else is on it?
Yeah, well, he's holding like these kind of religious symbols. It looks like almost like something kind of spiritual. It's like almost like an old Egyptian cross or something. And like, I don't know what that is. Like something like that ball. I don't know. Like the Christians hold this ball, holy hand grenade. But I'm sure it's related to something more real than that. yeah, it might be something that holds you, Chris. But anyways, I think it's just.
Oh yes, it's like an orb.
Yes. It usually has like a cross on it or something. There isn't like a specific religion thing on this one, but yeah, so maybe that indicates some sort of dogma. Like maybe the things he's holding perhaps could be parts of the tools that get him to this place that he is in his life. Like this, because this sort of structure, these rules that he followed to improve himself or get better. You know, these are the things that he stands by. Maybe you know. And I'm looking at his throne. It's this big stone throne, and it has 3.
I see goat heads.
Yeah, or like rams or something,
rams,
sheep or something like that. You know, I don't really know what the significance of that. I mean, it's like a male kind of. It's kind of like a warrior animal a little bit because like they buck each other in the head and stuff. Yeah. Maybe it's some sort of strength. Maybe it's kind of like a hard-headed indication. Maybe
that's
like
what that stubbornness is.
Stubbornness. Yeah. Maybe there's like some sort of element of stubbornness. I mean, I don't know if that's a positive or negative element. Maybe it could be both, really.
Yeah, it could be both. And I can relate to that just from the terms of how I feel when I'm competing sometimes.
Yeah, do you feel a little stubborn?
You have to take me out.
Yeah.
You have to take me out.
That's
you're not getting through me.
Damn. Oh, shit. I gotta fucking have that mindset. Yeah. So interesting.
I also think like his beards, like they almost like represent like age, like and like the stoic look on his face.
He definitely looks stoic. He looks experienced. He looks like he knows what he's like. Someone that
you look in his eyes and you're like, man, this man has been through some shit.
Yes. Yes, he does look kind of almost like tired. He doesn't look. He looks pretty serious.
Yeah, he looks serious. That's it.
He looks like serious. Yeah, but he's like alert. Yeah, you're right. He's been through some shit. Yeah, for sure. I feel like going through some shit is an experience that really gives you an opportunity to become like very tough, but in like a good way, you know. Like I've been through something really hard in like the last winter and fall, and now I'm in like such an amazing place, and I feel like I've just used that experience to
fortify yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Fortified. Absolutely. That's a good way to describe it. Yeah. So this guy's definitely fortified.
That one looks warm.
He's been through some battles, man. Interesting. Yeah. So that's your card. That's your card for today.
Oh man, thank you, man. I absolutely enjoyed this. This is
me too.
Yeah. It's I like getting spiritual, honestly.
Me too.
It's a part of life that a lot of people like to ignore, but
I think it's important. I mean, we don't know everything that there is about us and the way we exist, and I think science is super valid, but there's so much that we don't know yet, right? And we can feel it with our intuition sometimes. I mean, sometimes maybe we can go on a wrong path and go overboard on whatever, but I feel like our intuition is super powerful. It's such a powerful tool once you start listening to it and observing it and learning to trust it if it is right about things. Cool.
Yo, man, this has been such a cool experience, bro.
Sick,
I can't even fathom to describe it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, man. Can I shout out my Instagram?
Yes. Oh yes, absolutely. We're not even done. No, we're not done. You know when Easy was like, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not leaving. Let me cue this music. This music was perfect, by the way.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Let me cue this. Okay. Yeah, tell the people what's your
shout out my Instagram. Almost all my photos are film photos that are digitally scanned on my Instagram. I'd really love if there's other photographers that looked at it. And
other photographers.
Go
check it out.
Yeah, if you want to shoot strangers on the street, I'm totally down. Just give me a shout. It's David Wojcik Photo. WOJCIK Photo.
Yeah, I'll put it up. I'll
be releasing some new stuff soon.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to tell the people? I wish you used to. You don't perform regularly, do you?
I've been performing.
Yeah, tell them. Okay, come on, talk about it. can we? Is it something that people can come, like, see you perform?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot of different things. I have so many hobbies, Boma.
Oh yeah.
Like I do fire spinning. I started doing that last year, and I had my first performance.
What's fire spinning? That sounds like fire bending.
A little bit.
Really?
I mean, you have like these different props.
Okay.
You soak in fuel, and then you burn them, and you go on, and they go on fire, and you do this like really cool kind of.
Oh, is it like all this like?
You spin it around.
Oh, I see. I see.
I use a staff or like a rope dart, which is like a ball and a really long string.
Okay.
It's really cool. And I got to perform in front of like thousands of people this summer, and that was so cool. And I performed at a mansion party, and I'm going to perform. Excuse me.
Oh, pardon me too.
I'm going to perform in November at another festival. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a duet with somebody else.
Oh, nice. Where is that?
Fuck. I wish I remember.
You don't know? Okay.
I think it's in BC. It's kind of like an otherworld decompression. I mean, a Burning Man decompression festival. It's kind of last big one before the winter.
Okay.
Somewhere in mainland. Yeah.
Do you have a website or something?
Should I have one?
I mean, you should.
I mean, I do. I have so many hobbies. I could talk about it for like 2 hours.
Because I was gonna be like, oh, is there some place that people can go and like look at the stuff that you're up to?
Fuck. There should be. I'll work on it.
Okay.
I'll work on it. Yeah. If I come on again, I'll be ready.
Yeah. Oh, you're definitely coming on again.
Because
we're having more octets.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about our sponsors.
Oh, please.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to just be silent? Or?
Oh, no. We could talk about it together.
Right.
It's actually very brief.
Sponsored? Holy shit, nice.
I know it's not. I swear, bro, it's not that serious.
You sponsored by Pepsi?
Yo, Pepsi, what's happening? Talk to me. No, I'm just supporting my friend's business.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so it's a suya spice. It's a pepper spice.
Oh, it's a spice company.
Yeah, it's a spice company.
Nice.
Yeah. So
right,
they basically sell pepper flakes. I don't have
Biscacel.
What is that?
That's what you said? No. Oh, sorry, I misheard you.
Oh, it's okay. I said they sell pepper flakes.
They sell pepper flakes. Cool.
Yeah. So it's like the best peppers in the business.
Are they online?
Oh yeah, they're online.
Are they in person or just online?
Oh, they're mostly online.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've never met them in person actually.
Oh, great friends.
No, they're great people. We just never met in person.
I'm sure you would love to, though.
I know. Yeah, absolutely. So pepperdem.ca deliver across Canada and the US and Nigeria. Yeah, Pepperdem. Yeah, PEPPER.
Them, like TH.
DEM.
Dem.
Yeah, dem.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Pepperdem. And then those beads that you have on look very pretty.
Thanks.
Where'd you get them from?
It was a present from a partner of mine. Yeah.
Oh yeah? Okay. That's pretty cool.
It's tiger's eye. It's 3 different colors of tiger's eye. It's regular tiger's eye, it's red tiger's eye, and blue tiger's eye.
Oh wow. Those look really cool.
Yeah. Actually, fuck, I wanted to bring you a present of tiger's eye.
Oh really? I would have loved it. Yeah. I would have loved it.
Fuck, I'll bring it to the gym sometime.
Yeah, okay, fuck yeah. Let me have it. I love cool shit like that.
Yeah.
The other sponsors of the show actually do beads like that.
Oh, cool.
They're called things around your arm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
Things around your arm.
Yeah, Taya. Things around your arm.
And Taya is the one that does it?
Yeah, Taya is like the slogan.
Sorry?
Taya. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Things around
it's
your
the acronym.
Arm. Yeah, that's it. That was on me. That's the acronym. Yeah, I call it slogan.
Bro, that was somebody's fucking name.
Yeah, bro, my accent is so bad.
No, it's alright.
Yeah,
I really like your accent.
Oh yeah,
I kind of wish I spoke like you.
No, you don't want this, man. My head is a mess.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So those are 2 kind of sponsors for the show. Check them out if you like pepper or if you like beads, like my man here.
Do they have tiger's eye and shit like that?
I don't know the names of the type of crystals that they have or beads, but they might.
You gotta do your research.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out your friend's business.
God.
I'm sure there's cool stuff on there. Just give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a
shot.
See
what's
guys.
on there. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, exactly.
When I listen to
Thank
this
you,
podcast.
man.
Absolutely. I like spices a lot, though.
But yeah, you absolutely love pepper. Damn, it's such good pepper. It's so spicy.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'll hook you up. Actually.
Really?
Yeah. I'll hook you up. No joke.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'll hook you up. I'll get you. I'll get you a piece.
Okay.
Do you like? Oh yeah, we were talking about doing
the
some.
bomb.
The bomb. Yeah. So you like peppers as well?
Yeah, I like spicy things for sure.
Do you mean that when you say that? Are you gonna flake on me when I bring out the hot
when you bring
sauce?
the flakes?
When I bring the flakes?
No.
Okay.
No way.
Okay. All right.
No
I'll
way.
hook you up. Thank you so much, bro, for coming. I absolutely enjoyed the reading as well. That was so cool.
Yeah, I'm glad I could do it.
Yeah. Thank you. My guy.
Yeah, bro. That was awesome.
That was cool.
This is the OBAS podcast, the King's podcast.